Hello everybody! Hello everybody! It is time for gifting and for our phenomenal T-Tone split pots which launched today. Now, the whole idea behind gifting this year at Trinny London was to give you something full of bloody joy, is all I can say. Full of colour and joy, and to bring that colour outside so that the beginning of that journey of that beautiful gift you get is just so exciting and fantastic and energy giving. So I thought what we'd do today, a little bit differently from this morning, is I'm going to go through each gift set in quite good detail so you can see what's in it. And it is just, I mean, I don't know where to start. They're all so incredible. Let me just say hello to some of you so I can just calm down in my excitement. It's been going, it was like, for me, I was jumping out of bed on a kind of day, a special celebration day, like Lila's birthday or, you know, things like that. And I just had that feeling from like 7:30 this morning. Hello, Haggett. Hello, Jane. Hello, Pam, Sarah, Nisha, best day ever. Marie, Nina, Lena, Bernadette, Janet, Elizabeth. Oh, ladies, this is now calm. And I'm going to take you through. And I'm going to take you through also by what you think on your gifting when you're thinking of gifting. And I generally think about gifting at this time of year because I'm beginning to build up the list on my phone, and I usually put people in categories, and I categorize them by my family, by my friends, and by the kind of work people in my life. I mean, they can't, you know, I could be giving it to them too, but I usually get something else for everyone else in the team. Oh my God, that year is going to be a big year this year. And then for sort of godchildren and my friends' kids who I adore. So there's quite a few lists, and over the years, you know, sometimes my list being 20, but sometimes being like 50 people, and therefore it all becomes quite expensive. So we wanted to really have things that were different prices so anybody could think, great, that's something lovely I can give. And I think one of the best gifts, it's nothing to do with the range, but it's something like Lila was obsessed. And she said, Mummy, please, can I give to all my girlfriends? Which is the Elizabeth bag, which had the makeover. And it had the makeover in the print. This print was designed by Alison. And Arno, who works on our design of the teapots and everything, worked with her too. And it's just a joyous print. And it has the Trinny London yellow zipper, and it has our lovely toggle, and it fits 6 in a stack. So you can take your stack with your lovely logo, because we've done new lids as well, put it in there with a tea kit, and you're done. And that's £15. So I think that's just wonderful and really lovely. That's where it starts. And then you can go on to individual T-tones, which you can give, because the T-tones are 4 lip to cheek and lip glow combinations and 4 eye to eye combinations. And we really thought incredibly carefully on what were the best combinations, because a lot of you buy Trinny London doing Match to Me, and you're given this curated selection of products, and they're usually all in your kind of coolish, mid or warmish skin tone, hair and eye category combination. But we've decided that unlike last year where it became quite complicated, we would just put in the best-selling, best combinations together. And so some of you might have these as singular pots. Some of you might have wanted to buy them two of them, and you were thinking, I'll wait till next month, but you can now buy 2, kind of nearly 2 for 1. And with the eyes, we've done just brilliant eye combinations that work singularly, unbelievably well on their own, but together, layered, they're beautiful. So I just love the principle that I can actually have that, and I have 4 things. I literally can do my entire face. And I think that's, you know, when we talk at Trinny London about where do we go with miniaturization, that's where we go. So I'm going to go through each, I'll go through one of each of the T-tones so you understand what they are. And then I'm going to go through all the gifting in detail. And any questions you want to ask. And then Hannah, if a question comes up as I'm chatting, I'll just answer. Hannah's here to take questions. Okay, so I'm now wearing, by the way, at the moment, Phoebe with Cordy on top. This is such a beautiful combination, and Phoebe is the most wonderful blusher, and it's a lip to cheek, so you can do a wash of Phoebe like that, and it's like that lovely pinky red, or you can make it a really strong, incredible lip in that beautiful matte finish that lip to cheek has. which is like that. And then Cordy is one of our most popular lip glows in that kind of perennially pretty pink, which is like that. But when you wear it over Phoebe, you just get this magical shade for a lip. That's a beautiful shade. So those are easy to wear by themselves, and it might be you're the kind of person who wants to wear Phoebe on the cheek and Cordy lip glow on the lip, or you want to layer, and you can layer. So that's a classic what a lip cheek is, and there's 4 combinations I will go through. And an eye to eye, because I'll do one now, is shades that go very well on their own or together. I started actually with Virtue and Fortune in the last live, so I'm going to do today, what have I not done yet? Okay, I'll do Wisdom and Desire. So Wisdom, many of you might have as a base neutral shade, and Desire is also for some skin tones a base neutral shade, but the two of them together make a beautiful smoky eye for anyone. And Wisdom on its own, funny enough, is a shade that you can put on like as a wash. So when I want to do no makeup, I do Wisdom like that, and it's very easy. I start in the middle of the eyeball and I go around like that. And then also, because the tea kit's had a makeover, I can do it on the bottom, and I can just take something from the tea kit and I can just fuzz it. And with Wisdom, even though it looks quite pale in the pot, like that, I can put it on my lower lash line. And especially for those ladies who maybe have done all through their life quite a hard eyeliner, this is a wonderful way to soften eyes. So I get a little bit of a made-up look, but I'm not full on. And then I can go in the evening, or if I want that more full on look, and I can add in Desire, which I can wear washed out on its own or build up for a wonderful smoky eye colour like that. So I just go back and forth. I always start here at the eyeball, and then I work my way in and I work my way out. And I do that with the product on the finger, or you could do it on the tea kit. And then I take my clean finger and I just wash it in. Then I could go a bit more smoky and take some on the tea kit and just put it underneath to get a little bit more of an eyeliner look like that, and give myself that smoky eye. So endless possibilities. Okay, so all of the eye to eyes are glorious combinations like that. Do you love that? Have you ever done Wisdom and Desire together? Let me just see you in the mirror. It's really pretty, so easy on so many people. Okay, are you ready for me to go through the gifts? Are there any burning desire questions, Hannah? She's just there on the phone.
No burning desire questions just yet, just still a lot of excitement.
So, price points, under £50, we're going to start with the Elizabeth bag. You can then also do, this is a phenomenal one. It's called All About Eyes, and you can do an eye to eye with, look at that. What is that on the bottom? That's a tea kit. And we've given it a beautiful packaging makeover. So it's in, look, how matchy am I? I had this made. Alison and the team got the fabric done. Who was the other lady, Hannah, who really worked hard on getting that fabric done? Jess. And it was a triage of people, not triage, a trio. And look, there's a tea kit inside. And it's the tea kit, the one we relaunched in September, in its beautiful packaging. So that is such a nice gift, and it's very easy on the site. If you're buying not for yourself, if you're buying for somebody else, it's really easy because we have a little thing at the top and it says find your perfect pairing, and you can just see which colors suit the best. So I'm going to tell you now, but just so you know, in this pairing, which is £45, if you were doing the Wisdom and the Desire, that's a very neutral shade. It will suit most people. And then if you do Virtue and Fortune, that's beautiful warmer shades. So Virtue is our kind of lovely creamy goldeny, just easy every moment shade. And Fortune, as many of you know, is one of our original shades, and it's a very, very popular shade and beautiful on warmer skin tones, just divine. So those two together, fabulous. You can choose anything and I'll go through. That's that, £45. And I will probably, when I think about life, I think I'm going to give this to all of Lila's friends. So if her parents are watching, excuse me, give that to all of Lila's friends. If any of my friends are watching, please look away now, okay? Just look away now. And then I will probably give this one to, like, my godchildren. I think they'd love that. And that's probably, I would spend, you know, on certain, I'd probably spend 50 quid, like that. And then we go to things like, where am I going to next? Where am I going? Oh yes, £50. seeing double. This is lip to cheek, eye to eye, 4 products. So it's a lip to cheek, lip glow, an eye to eye, another eye to eye, and the T-top mirror. Now, if none of you have seen the T-top mirror, let me show you. I'm surprised if you haven't seen it because it was such a bestseller on its day. So it too has had a lovely packaging makeover. You swoop up. I mean, that in itself is just a joy. Total joy. And then you go inside again. Hang on. And then you can use this in one of 2 ways. You can put it on top of your stack, but it also comes in a little pouch. So you can just have it in your handbag because there's a little Trinny London pouch there. And then inside is the beautiful T-top, like that. And it's got 2 mirrors in it. One where you see yourself normally, and one, if you're like me, where you need to see yourself close up to see the mistakes you might have made. There. And it just snaps on to the top of your stack, so that you can have a mirror with you all the time and not have to worry about if you've sort of not done anything right. So there's the stack, and there it goes. I mean, utter joy. And I think that for somebody, if you're choosing for them, this is where the perfect pairing works incredibly well, because you can look and you can see sort of cool-toned, mid-toned or warm-toned, and we'll show you the perfect pair. So very, very easy to choose. And as I said before, these are best-selling shades, so that you're going to find things that people will love. And just look at that packaging. I mean, look at if you gave that to a friend and they... Oh, my God, I didn't put the thing on top, did I? Sorry. I'm just overexcited. I've been overexcited all day long. But that is a juicy, lovely present. And that's £50. That actually might be for some... I think I'm going to give that to my good girlfriends. Okay, now we go on to... Oh, this one too is very good. This is £35. Did I show you this already? No, I didn't. A lip to cheek and a lip glow and a bag for £35. I mean, I thought we got the price wrong. But, look. So nice. So nice. Look at the seamlessness of that bag. I love that. That's great. So great. Then we go up. Where am I going next? I'm going to go to £65. And this is, you know, I've talked a lot. I mean, I've talked endlessly about Miracle Blur. But there's still one or two people who buy from Trinny London. They haven't yet got Miracle Blur. But Miracle Blur is the thing that actually is a miracle by name and a miracle by nature. And if some of you don't know what it is, I mean, I can't believe that you're on this channel not knowing what it is. But just in case, it will diffuse fine lines and pores. And it will fill in bigger pores, and it will take away excess perspiration if you're somebody where face finish isn't enough. So I generally put it here. If you have double, I've done Botox, but if you have L's here, then it just, I did Zach's mum last night, my stepson's mum, and she'd never tried Miracle Blur. I mean, this is somebody I've known for 20 years, never tried Miracle Blur. I thought I'd given it to her. And she was here upstairs last night, and she was like, oh my God. And, you know, she's a real natural girl, but just the ability to get to the pitting, fill it in, diffuse them, it's actually a wonderful gift to give to any woman. And I just think, you know, oh, look, I've got bloody product on there. I think it's, they'll forever be grateful. So that has a lip to cheek, a lip with a lip glow, and then it has 2 eye to eyes and the Miracle Blur. £65. Oh my God. I'm getting it at £65. I can't believe that. Okay, let me just put that in the right place. There and there. Any other questions whilst we're here?
Yes, a couple of people are asking how to decide which lip pots to buy.
Okay, I'm going to go through those lip pots again. I'm going to go through the last 2 gifts, and then I'm going to take you through the lip pots. So I got 65 I've done. Now I'm going to do, that's 50, I've done that one. I've done the On The Go. I've got to do the 95 and I've got to do the 79. So these are the 2 big gifts. So you've got to think, who in your life would you like to spend that on? Or would you like your partner to give you that for gifting season? So I'll start with the £79. A big box full of a lip to cheek, an eye to eye, the lip glow, the Elizabeth bag, and the tea kit. There they are. Then you take off the Elizabeth bag, and underneath is the tea kit. Isn't that just great? I just love it so much. Oh, so much. And that you would want to choose the shades for somebody, really easy to choose. Now, the gift that you might buy for yourself, and I say this because it contains a BFF, and it's rare that we put the BFF. And actually last year we did a very little Christmas gifting, but the one that went first actually was this kind of combination. So if you're thinking about this one, I would get it earlier, because I know it's very odd that the most expensive one goes first, but for what's in it, it's an amazing proposition. This is called the T-Tones Takeover, and this contains the lip to cheek, the lip glow, 2 eye to eyes, the BFF SPF, and a miracle blur. All very neatly packaged. We didn't want to have any excess packaging plumping around, so we just squidged them all together, and I love how meaty and juicy that is inside. And also, do you notice also the BFF? It's had a little packaging makeover too, only for this season. Now, we are only doing this print for this season, and all the split pots, which I'm going to go into detail now to help you decide which ones to choose, are limited. We will not be doing them again. And there's a limited number, and when they go, they go. Now, we might in the future do other combinations, but that's it. That will be it for the print. That will be it for everything, because that's in a way a part of the excitement and joy of this. It's like, I remember years and years ago when I bought the sort of Stiller little things, and they used to do each season a different one, and it was so exciting. But when it went, it went. And I was always thinking, oh, I bet they'll bring it back, and they didn't. But then I held onto that pot, like, you know, I had the last scrapings of it, because I love the combinations. And, you know, so maybe in like 7 years' time, we'll do a one gifting where it'll be back by popular demand, and we'll bring them all back. But right now, when they're gone, they're gone. So I'm now going to go into detail into the T-tones, so it's easy for you to decide which ones are best together. Now, this will depend. If you're getting it for yourself, you're going to probably go for shades you already have, or you might go for shades you haven't bought before, and actually think to yourself, as there's 2 in 1, let me do that now. Otherwise, with the eye to eyes, they are the perfect tones that go together and can be worn separately. So I'm now going to show you pairings, and to do that, I'm going to put some on my hand and swatch them, and I could put some on my eyes if you like as well. So let me know what you'd like to see. All right, so are there any who would like to start off with what they'd like to see the most? Let me know. I'm just going to take this makeup off in the meantime. Are you excited? Do you love the packaging? I want to know. I mean, I feel from this morning how much people love it, but I want to know, do you love the packaging? I just want to reinforce my love of it by knowing that you love it. Really, that's all. Okay, a bit red.
Can you just repeat the split pot eye shades you have on now that you're taking off?
Oh, okay. I had on Phoebe. Where's it gone? I put it in a step. So I have on Phoebe Lip to Cheek, which is that beautiful reddy pink on my lips. And then I have it on my cheeks. And when you put it on, like, for what's amazing about Phoebe is you can just do that pat. So it's like you just bitten your lips. You know, it's a really subtle amount. And then on your cheeks, you can just build it up slowly, or you can have it stronger. And it fits, you know, Phoebe is amazing on every single skin colour. But depending if you are, this sort of sits in, you know, if you're really warm, like you have red hair and pale pink toned skin and sort of hazily eyes, these are probably not your colours. But if you're sort of brunette and you've got a sort of olivey skin, or you've got a porcelain olive skin, or you've got a peaches and cream skin, or you've got a, you know, alabaster or porcelain skin, or you've got a cool brown skin, they're beautiful for you. And that combination can be with different hair colour. So, perfect pairing to me is Phoebe, lip to cheek, with Cordy on the top. I'll put it on the top again so you can see what happens. It makes a pink with depth. And that pairing that I would do it with is probably, because they're cool, I'm going to show you now, Magician and Mystery. Magician and Mystery. Now, Mystery is, I think, our second highest selling shade. It's this kind of neutral, just a neutral shade, and it's more, when I look at it on my skin, it's sort of got a slight, it's like a grey, more taupey, you know, taupey-ness to it. So I can have a day where I'll just do Mystery, like this on my eye. There. I got a ring light today because it's very dark, but it does make you see the colours really well. There. Or I can do Magician by itself. I'll show you Magician as well by itself if you haven't ever used Magician before. A Magician is a beautiful, just sort of grey shade with a little bit of extra depth and little sparkle there. So that's it on its own. Do you see the tone like that? There. And I can build it up. So Magician, you can really build up to a beautiful smoky eye like that. And then there's Mystery on its own. So when I do this look and I want to wear both of them together, I will put Mystery on the outer corners like this. I haven't got my glass on and I'm doing it in the phone, so if I'm slightly boobing up, I apologise. So I'll do that. And I'll go quite high on the arch here. There. Like that. And then I'll take Mystery and I'll do it on the inside. This is especially a great technique if you don't have that lovely almond, say, you know, almond eye, wide set eyes, and you want to slightly create it. So you put that lovely shimmer of the Mystery on the inner part of your eye. And then you're going outside and building up the Magician, which you can just build up and up and up. Like that. There. And then you could go underneath and really smoke it up like I did before, and then just do the Mystery underneath. There. So Mystery and Magician are beautiful with Phoebe and Cordy. That's a pairing to me. Okay, any questions whilst we're here? Any questions?
You've had a huge influx of comments of love for the packaging. Everyone adores it.
Oh, I'm so happy. And you know, the people responsible for it this morning, literally, we had a call this morning with the team and she was in tears saying, you know, she was just in tears. She was so happy. My team are, can we just do a celebration of the team? I mean, people worked so hard for this launch, because there's been so much work. And when we were talking this morning about, you know, when we launched BFF, that was a huge launch for us. But like, launches usually are one category of products, and we've launched 7 different things. So, and also every single person has been very involved. So tech, marketing, customer care, all of these operations, you know, the logistics of all the behind the scenes. I'm not mentioning every department. Every single department was really, really involved in this project. Okay, those 2. Now I'm going to go the other end of the scale, which is to go more to sort of warm, okay? And warm tones are, these are such beautiful warm tones, and I'm going to go to our best-selling lip to cheek, which is, as many of you know, it's VB. And sorry, did I pick the right one up? Let's start again. It's VB. And VB is this beautiful peachy lip to cheek. And we've done it with Honor. And it's so good together and so good separate. So I'm going to show you together and separate. So Honor as a lip glow. And by the way, I team this up with Virtue and Fortune. That's a combo. So Honor on its own is a lovely wash of light plumminess. Like that. See? So easy. Now I'm going to take that off because I'm going to put on VB. And VB, I don't know how many of you actually have VB. How many of you have, can I really ask you, how many of you have VB and Honor together? I'm really interested to know. But here's VB. And VB is this sort of peachy, apricot-y shade. There. Really beautiful on warm skin tones. And now I'm going to put it on the cheek. It's exquisite on the cheek. I mean, they all are, but you can just see that sort of lovely warmth. There. Like that. It's funny how everything goes with what I'm wearing. And then I'm going to put over my VB. And some people also might wear VB in the summer and something else in the winter, but what I love with this combination too is how much you winterize VB. Because putting the Honor on top, there, really brings it to such a beautiful shade. I know you've got the comments on. If you've got the comments on, you can't see what I'm doing. Click once on the comments. Oh dear, not like that. I did it wrong. Hang on. No, I turned myself around. There. And you will then see. Hang on, I got to touch the screen there. Can you see it all right? Great. So then I mix that up with Virtue. Now, Virtue and Fortune have a sneaky third thing they can do. Not on every skin tone, but I might as well show you. So before we brought out Candlelight, I would sometimes use Virtue on my highlighter. So I'm going to put it on my eye, like that. And on this side, I'm just doing my daytime wash just of Virtue. All right, that's my daytime look of Virtue. There, by itself. And then if I wanted to do Fortune as a look on its own, I would just show you what Fortune does on its own. So Fortune is that goldeny tone with depth, with the warmth behind it. But Fortune is an incredible formula because we have, in Eye to Eye, we have slightly more matte finish and we have some which have shimmer. And this one is like what I call two-tone. So what I always loved about Fortune is it's like two products in one. So even if I just put Fortune on, do you see when I move my eye, that change in colour? So, going back to Virtue, I'm going to do the same look that I did with the other set. I'm going to take Virtue on this eye, and I'm going to put it right in the inner bit, like that. And I'm going to go right into that inner corner, there, and bring it out. Because I love that internal bit of shimmery light. And then I'm going to take my tea kit, and on the tea kit I'm going to go to, actually for this, the lipstick brush. There's no lipstick in it anymore. Oh, there was, that would have been a disaster. And I'm going to go into the Virtue, and I'm just going to do this sort of wing, internal, like a little V coming out on, I got to do this better, one second. So I'm going to go like that, and then I'm going to go underneath here a bit and bring it on my lower lash line. Like that. And I love that so much. It's just one of my favourite things to do. And then I would take the Fortune and build it up even more. So you have, again, that beautiful almond-shaped eye developing. There. And then the sneaky trick that I was going to show you is I take Virtue, when I'm in a rush, like 5 products in one here, and I just put that on as a highlighter. There. Just do that C. So you get that movement, and it kind of, you know, this is I mean, Candlelight's much better, but it's just like, why not whilst we're here? So that's lovely Fortune and Virtue, and that's Virtue on its own. So those two as a combo, and those could be for friends of yours who are dark caramel, a deep skin with a sort of reddish undertone. It could be an olive with warmth in their hair, brunettes, redheads, just that lovely overall skin, hair and eye warmth are phenomenal in VB with Honor and Virtue with Fortune. Okay, done those. Any questions, Hannah, as where we are?
Yes. Where can we buy Trinny London products from?
Trinny London products, all the things I'm talking about, you can buy at trinnylondon.com. And when you go on, it's unbelievably easy to see what you suit, because you can go and do Match to Me, see what colours you suit, and then go to those tea tones and then choose the ones that are in your colour match. And, you know, because you'll get in your return all of the colours, and the ones we put together in pots are all within people's Match to Me's. So very simple to do. Otherwise, if you live near Bond Street in the West End in London, or Brent Cross, or New York at, I don't know if New York John Barrett has them yet. So in America, I would suggest you should be buying them online. And we have also a pop-up in Bentall's in Kingston and in lovely Newcastle. You can go in and they are in store waiting for you to see them in real life. Okay, what shall I go on to now? So many choices. Okay, I'm going to do now a neutral, all right? And this is a lovely neutral, and this is probably actually, is it our second best-selling lip cheek? I think it might be, which is Freddie and Maddie, which is our best-selling lip glow. Indy and Maddie, I think, are really high up. And I'm going to pair it with, probably, I mean, I could pair it with either. It depends how strong I use Freddie, but I think I might do wisdom and desire there. So I'm going to do two different, I mean, there's so many looks I can do. I mean, with all of them I can do so many looks, but I'm just going to show you how I can build it up. So on a day that I just want to do a clean eye and hard, like a no makeup look from this duo, these two duos, Wisdom and Desire, and Freddie and Maddie, I will do Wisdom like that. There's Wisdom. And then I will do Maddie by itself on my lip. And then I will do Freddie as my cheek, like that. There. Really easy. Do you see? Just so, like, no makeup. Do you think? No makeup. And then you could add to that, in your no makeup moment, you could add a little eyeliner. And I will do Desire. I will do Desire, which is a darker shade. And I would just do that as a little eyeliner on my lash line, but still keeping my makeup behind quite light. So I'll just go into my lash line and do that little tiny bit of definition using my tea kit, and then do the other side. I won't do my lower line, all right? And just do that there. And if I'm doing that very, very light eye makeup, I might then do actually a strong lip. So this is my amping it up, but amping it up just with a lip. So I'm going to take Freddie. There, sorry, I'm going to try and get below the comments. If I do it like that, you can see them. And put that on. And Freddie, you can really build into colour. It's so the colour of my top. There. You can do it with a tea kit, but I'm just doing it with my fingers. So there's Freddie, building up beautifully, and still that clean eye, and I love that balance. Like that. I might put a tiny bit more on my cheek. There. And then, because I like that synergistic makeup, I'm going to show you 5 makeup looks with this. I will then put a tiny, tiny touch of Freddie just on that little inner corner. There. Just that hint, so you have that real synergy. That's look number 2, or is it look number 3, Hannah? It's look number 3. Okay, look number 4, I'm going to dab off a bit of that Freddie, like that. Keep the base though, but I'm going to build up the Desire. Desire. How many of you have Desire? How many of you have Desire and Wisdom together? Because such a good, joyful combination. So I'm building up Desire. And when I do eyes, I always lift up my brows just so that if I put it too high by my brow bone, it's not too high. You know, if I do this, and I've even done this with people just when I'm teaching them. And what I'd say, just whilst we're here giving you techniques, is if you have an overhang like that, you want to lift the makeup a little bit higher here, just so it lifts out and opens up your eye, like that. There. And then I'll do the same the other side. There. I'm going to actually go for a really high up look, like that. See, that's now getting to be quite a strong eye, and then I can go in more with my tea kit and really build that up and get really, really smoky. And Desire, again, is something you can wash out or you can really build up. There. And then I could put it underneath, like that, there. And then I'll take the other brush and I'll really just mush it out, like that. And then my little trick, because do you see now my eye's gone down a bit because I got a bit of product down there. So then I'll take, this is not in the Christmas gifting, but I'm just showing you some little stuff here, ladies, because we're on Trinny London. I can just do full makeup, because you're all full makeup buffs and I love that. So then I'll take a little bit of BFFI. I'm actually using Izzy because it's the first one I got. And I'll just go here, because there's that tiny pocket here, which can get dark. So as soon as I do that, Do you see it's immediately lifted my eye, and then I just do that with BFFI, and it lifts it up, and then I can just clean up here if I happen to take in some extra product with me. But it's such a good trick to do that immediate lift. Have I done it properly? Oh, I have. What a miracle. And then I'm going to go down and I'm going to think, well, as I've got quite a strong eye, I want that depth of colour on my lip, but then I want to really go towards a lovely nude lip. So the way I do that is I maddy it up. Like that. There. You see, it just gets to be that softer shade, which with the smoky eye can be pretty lovely. There. And then what I like to do with the Maddie, because we haven't got sheer shimmer here, and I like that feeling, and although I've got reflective light on my face, I also like to take a little bit of Maddie and just put that there for that extra buffing up. Like that. Okay, so that look is a combination. So those 4 or 5 looks I did with Desire and Wisdom in that new T-tone split pot, if you've just joined us, and I did with Freddie and Maddie. I think this one might go first. I don't know. I mean, they're all selling equally, but it's interesting. Now, my final one, oh my God, I'm going to take my makeup. Are you still wanting to look at the final look? I just want to check. Am I boring you? Should I continue? Have you heard enough? Have you seen enough? Do you want to see more? Just tell me. I'm very happy to go off and give Lila a little hug and have a little moment. But I'm so enjoying doing this. So enjoying doing it. Hannah, any questions, darling?
Yes. Nisha has asked, what set would you recommend for her sister, as she hasn't seen her in 4 months and wants to give her a treat?
Well, it depends on your budget, Nisha, but I would say that a way you sort of can't go wrong is to do something which is a set of a lip cheek and an eye to eye, and it could be with the Elizabeth bag or with a mirror, because you can choose in the set and you know what your sister looks like. And if she looks like you and you're a purchaser of Trinny London, you might think, well, those suit me, so they'll suit my sister. And if she's different colouring, you can go on and you can see those sets and what will work. And it's really easy. You just choose which combination. And then when you say see product choices or get help, when you're on that section, you click and it shows the perfect pairings. You just have to click on that line and it will show you the perfect pairings. And I think that will really help you. And then that is also, that one is £50. I think that's a lovely gift. And also, you know, when we talk of weight, like sending stuff, how heavy it is and things like that. So I don't know if you get things sent direct yourself or you like to get all your gifting sent to you before you then send it out to your family. But, you know, I'm very reticent about sending a big pair of trainers to something really heavy. You know, it's like, what can I send that's not too heavy? And also if I'm going to go and see people, and I know we're all in a mix of whether we're going to see people this season, but it's very nice to just bring lots of little small packages. Just for me, I mean, I think about that stuff. Otherwise you're kind of like, you know, you've just got so many. And also wrapping paper. You don't need wrapping paper, do you? So I'm going to do the final one now. Are you ready for the final one? Any other question, Hannah, before I do the final one?
Lots of people have just said that this live has made them start their gifting shopping a lot earlier than they expected to.
Well, you know what? I am somebody who, like you, those of you who said that I would leave it to the last minute. And then I sometimes would spend too much money or make a few mistakes or just not get the right thing because I hadn't had that time to think. So making those lists is great. You know, just thinking, where do I sit with the list? And the list might be financially led, like who do I want to spend under £30? Who do I want to spend under 50? Who do I want to spend under 75? Who do I want to spend under 100? What's my budget for Christmas? All those things come into account. And then I'm also going to mention, and I mentioned this in the live this morning, but I want to mention this too now, because I think it's I'm just feeling it strongly, so I feel I have to share it with you. But I'm first of all going to show you the final T-tone lip cheek and lip glow, which is Lady J and Tallis. This is a stupendous combination, and Empress and Victory. They're great together. So I'm going to start off with a Tallis moment, and a Tallis moment for me might be a little bit of Empress on my eye, like that, just a wash. This is your daytime moment, okay? And then a little bit of Tallis. And Tallis is, when you see a full pot of Tallis, you go, oh my God, the colour's so strong. But if you notice on my lip, it just gives you your lip pigment amped up, like that. Such an easy thing and so quick. But we're going to do something a bit more sexy and build it up. So I'll show you. And as I do it, I just want to tell you what I'm feeling around gifting season. I think I have quite a few friends who have not necessarily had the best year. And I have a few people who might not be my closest friends, but I know they've maybe had an even harder time. And I think I might choose 2 or 3 gifts that I'm just going to send people that I don't know that well, but I know they've had a tough time, and just send it to them saying, send you a gift this season. I think there are some people, especially people who live on their own, have a smaller family unit, might not see that many people this season. And I think at this time of year, whatever you celebrate in your life from a religious perspective, it is a time, you know, November and December for different religious festivals, it's a time of family. And if we aren't physically together, then sending love with something is a nice thing to do. You know, doing the FaceTime call is equally important. And it's remembering those people towards the season who maybe won't get so many people that they're going to be in touch with. So I know I'm going to think of a few things. I'm just going to send people who wouldn't expect to get a gift from me. And I know might not be receiving that many gifts this season. So I just want to throw that in there. You know, just want to throw that in there. So I'm going on now to Empress. And Empress is the colour I've probably used the most to make smoky eyes over the years since Trinny London launched. It is a beautiful bronzy brown shade, and it suits so many. It's like a neutral to me. It's a neutral brown shade that suits nearly everyone. And it is buildable, so you can do like this, like sort of I'm doing a wash like that. So you can really wash it out. Do you see, like that? There. Or you can go crazy. You can go crazy and just really add on to it and just keep going in. Keep going back for more. Like this. And I do that same trick again, that I go on the outside and come on the inside. If you've just joined us, ladies and boys, we have just today launched gifting. Just launched gifting. And in gifting, we've got 8 different gifts, and they all come in the most beautiful packaging. And they have inside the most delightful gifts, and they are all of our bestsellers in special, lovely packs. And we've created, just for gifting this season, split pots. So we've got 8 of them in combinations. I'm going to then take Victory and go on that inner corner of my eye again. And I would still, with Victory, do that lovely little line thing I did, but I think I threw the brush on the floor. Hold on, no, I've got it right here. And then I would just take that and do that little inverted V above and below my eye socket, like that. There. And if you're really going mad, I mean, I'm no Sam Chapman, all right, who's that lovely makeup artist, but this kind of idea of taking that golden tone halfway across and then getting the brown of Empress to meet it in the middle, and then make a little flake. Not quite a flake, I'm not a flicky person too much. And then here I'm coming into the middle. I'm going to go up like that. There. Kind of fab. Kind of fab. I mean, kind of fab. Kind of fab, honeys. And then I'm just going to blend it all. Blend, 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 blend. So key. And then on the lids, this is what's interesting. So, where am I? Where's my pot? Where's my bloody pot? Oh my God. Where's it gone? Where is Lady J? So, I'm going to put Lady J on the cheeks, because when I do a really smoky eye, I like, in fact, I'm going to cover it BFF so you can see it by itself. So if you haven't seen Lady J yet as a lipped cheek, you're in for a treat. So I'm just going to put some de-stress on to take down the colour of my cheek. Like that. There. Like that. You see, now it's taken down. And then I'm going to take Lady J, and you can do it, can I just say, with in terms of sizing, unless you have, like, I must have the biggest hands in the world. I mean, I have footballer's hands, but I find it very easy to go into these pots. And if you have long nails, you can use the tea kit. But I'm going to buff up with Lady J. And Lady J is a really lovely, soft blush. Not as strong as Phoebe or Freddie. And so you can just kind of even put it more all over, like that. Some people actually put a tiny bit on their nose, and some people do this, just to warm up skin tone. It's quite interesting. I've only done this recently. The idea to put blusher somewhere, but if you do have a pink toned skin, you might want to do it. You might not want to do it, but if you have a yellow toned skin, just bringing that whole colourfulness, I sort of love that. And then I'm going to take Lady J, which is a shade lighter than my sort of neutral shade. Sorry, I didn't rub that in, did I? Put it on my lip. Like that. And it's interesting how, over the years, there's been a fashion for a very, very pale lip. And some of you might still do that fashion. But I think that you can go too light, and I don't think that one should go lighter than one's skin tone. So, if I look at Lady J on its own, that's a real look. But I think it needs a pop of colour, which is why Tallis is so good to be in there. Because I just wash over and build back in a little bit of colour. So I don't know, wash it out. Like that. Last bit there. And there you have it. That's my neutral, suits nearly everybody. Empress with Victory and Tallis with Lady J. I did all of them, didn't I? God, I feel good. Yes, is there anything else you'd like to see? Because I feel I've shown you everything, and if you watched also on Trinny Woodall this morning, you would have got a double whammy. But let me just say hello to a couple of people who've very sweetly been watching for a long time. Hello, Joanne. Hello, Sylvia, Rebecca, Julie, Evangelina, Paris. You've just done your order gift for me. Petta's just done an order gift for you. I'd like to add a sample of BFF Stress. What we've done, I just need to warn you, is we had to take sampling off because there have been too many orders. And it meant that if we kept sampling on at the moment, we might turn it back on next week. We couldn't fulfill the orders quick enough for the impatience by which I know you would want them. So sampling is turned off right now, and it will come back on. So at some stage, yes, you could get a sample of things. And de-stress, we will at some stage be doing samples, but they are not on now. Caroline, hello, darling. Sandy, hello, my love. Alison, Helen, hello, darlings. Hello, so nice. You're watching Marika. Hello, Lily, Lee, Kay. Oh, so good, because Trinny London team are replying to all of you, which is really great. So it doesn't mean I have to do anything very much. So that's it. And everything else is on the site for you to know. And I can't tell you what's going to sell out first, because that's one of the questions. Because they all are such good combinations. It's not like there's a dud. They're all great, and they're all our bestsellers. So it's just going to be personal choice and what kind of look you want. I can go into a bit more detail over the next couple of weeks onto, I mean, it's like, you know, when I do my 6 of 12, I don't know if any of you watch on my clothing, I do 6 of 12. And it's like with these 4 shades, you can get so many looks. I don't mean the 4 categories. I mean, with 4 pots, you can get so many looks, and that's what I love. And there's, you know, when I think of palettes, and there's so many palettes I bought over the years where there's so many colours I don't choose, and I just happen to buy that palette because that season they made some fabulous colour in that palette, and I've literally bought a whole palette for that one colour, which is insane, but we've all done it. And I think what I like most about this is we've given you shades that you will use equally, and you won't be able to replenish them because they're limited edition, but you'll take great pleasure using them whilst you still have them. And then we'll see what we do next year. Have a wonderful afternoon. I am on again, if you haven't got enough of me, on Instagram. And if you'd like to know more, and I'll be going into different details on everything this afternoon. What time, Hannah, am I on?
It is at 3:30. At
3:30, and then again at
6 p.m.
6 p.m. on Instagram channels. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you find lovely gifts for yourself and your friends and family, and for that little person who maybe is out there and would just benefit so much from an unexpected gift.